the morning of the Glasgow Whisky Festival in February 2022. I'm all ready. I've found a nice wee jacket to go for today. Most importantly, I've got my ticket. That's going in my inside pocket for safekeeping. We're going to go and explore some cracking whiskies, see if there's anything new, see what we can find, just to see are whisky festivals worth it. Personally already, I think they are, but let's see what this is like. It's my first festival in over 2 years. I'm really excited. It's like Christmas Eve last night for me. Sleeping was tough to get up and get ready, but it's nearly time to leave. My train's due in an hour. I'm going to wander into town, grab a little coffee and start this journey all the way across to Hampden. So hopefully we get some good content. I might get caught up in the moment, but we'll wait and see. Let's go and see what we can find, see who we can see, if we can find other YouTubers out there as well. I'm pretty sure we will. Let's just go and have a great day. So we'll see you all there, see you all at Hampden, and I'll try and get some wee cool shots, and we'll find my whiskey of the day as well. See you soon. So here we are, we've arrived at Hampden. Big queue as always, doors open in 11 minutes. So let's go and get our spot in the queue and go and try some drams.
Yeah. We barely ever bring stuff that we can't. This fruity character and this is the smoky.
Finally we're in, we've had a few drams already, I've been to some great stalls. The pick so far is I've seen Michael Henry from Loch Lomond. I was able to try something from under the table, 30% peated malt, 70% unpeated single grain. Something very peculiar that I really like. It's been my favourite so far. I've got a lot to go for. It's only 1:25, so we've still got a lot of time to go, but we're pacing ourselves. Let's try and find something else that we can maybe enjoy in that very special dram of the day. It's been great so far. I've met so many people and so many exhibitors. Really enjoying my day. Great festival. Let's see where we go and let's see where we end up. We'll try another video later on if we can. As you can see, unbelievably busy, and that's what we love to see. I'll see you all soon.
It's a full maturation Madeira.
So here we are, the end of the festival. A quick 3 hours, would you say, maybe 4 hours has gone by. It's we've had some really good whiskey. Can I decide what's my best so far? No. Do I need to go back and try and think my taste buds and look over my notes? Yes. So let's see what we find out by the time we get back. Maybe get one more dram in, but I'm not going to choose that as my best. We'll figure it out. And I'll see you soon. So festival finished. It is now just after 4. I'm getting thrown out. As you can see, there's no one here. All the stalls are away for something to eat. It's been a fantastic day. I'm going to show you my favourite dram at the end, but would I recommend a whisky festival? 100%. Loved it. So we've ended up in Akbar, one of the best things you can get after a festival day. Beer, that smell his. Cleaning his plate, but this is what we need. We're out after. So there we have it. Finally been reviewed to an extent. It was very difficult to get as much content as I wanted. It was quite overwhelming again to be back to a festival. The Glasgow Whisky Festival absolutely knocked it out of the park. It was phenomenal. You know, so to kind of break it down for you, there's 1,000 people there over each session. The first session I went to was 12 till 4. I got in straight away, no hassle, got my glass, my brandy glass, a bottle of water, my little whiskey book to tell me where all the stands were and all the stalls. And I just got to kind of roam around. I was in with absolutely no hassle. It was enjoyable. It was good to see people again, a lot of smiling faces. Just everything was forgotten about, you know, all your worries were forgotten about. Again, it was that case of where do you start? What is the first dram I go for? So being back at Hampden, first times in 2 years since this has came on. This is from last year's festival. It should have been November. They prolonged it to now. It was amazing. It was so good to be back. It was great to see everyone behind the stalls. It was good to meet everyone again, just wandering around, just trying to find that next dram. Could they find the best dram of the day? That one for the moment, it was so difficult. I remember walked up those stairs, glass in hand. Where to begin? The first stall that I seen was North Star. North Star Spirits had so much to offer, and obviously this new distillery with Dalriata going on. I was there. I had a 40-year-old grain, blended malt. Is my first dram of the day. My ticket was £40, and that covered over, I think, I didn't actually count them all, but it was close to maybe 400 whiskies on show. So £40, and I got a 40-year-old dram to start my day. I could have chosen other ones there as well, but I thought I need to kind of wander around and go to other stalls. I got to loads. There was some that I didn't get to. I never got to anything as much. I wanted to get to Kilkerran and Springbank, but they were just so queued back. It was unbelievable because everyone wanted that new stuff, the new 8-year-old that's coming out, the local barleys and all these things, which is fine. I didn't want to get caught in that rush. I wanted to go and explore and try some new things I hadn't tried before, and I got to do that. This is a book you get. It's got so much in it. It's got pricing and everything, so you know beforehand what you're getting and who was there. You know, we've got Edrington that was there, Glasgow Distillery, Glenmoray to go on, Berry Bros, Brown-Forman and Bruichladdich. Everyone was there. The big names, bar your Diageos, and some others. It just never seemed to beat these things. But the Whisky Festival on a whole, for me, trying to find that dram that you really wanted to sit and be like, wow, this is the one. It was a difficult thing, but I did mention it in the video. I did get to see Michael Henry, the Loch Lomond master distiller, with all these he had different expressions there, but he gave me something from under the table, something he'd worked on, his own little science project, should we call it. A peated whiskey from the column stills and the single neck stills. It was really peculiar, really dragged me in. This really cool first fill and second fill refill bourbon cask, 50 ppm, I think it was 58% ABV, and it just really hit me. Really enjoyed it. Just that was the whiskey of the day. I got to try some new things, go home and got a new, I think it was Madeira cask and stuff that was really good. But I think having that experience, being able to sit there and listen to he had made this for the festival and things like that, it was phenomenal. I brought my best friend with me, my mate Baz. He enjoys whiskey, but he's not as, would you say, geeky into whiskey, maybe a newcomer. So when you look at it that way, you've got me that wants to know the wood makeup, the fills and the phenol content, and you've got someone there that's just wanting to try whiskey. Would I recommend a whiskey festival for someone that's never been and just starting out in whiskey? Yes, definitely. I think it's an absolutely cracking start, and as I say, £40, you can't go wrong. Would I recommend a whiskey festival for a geek that wants to know so much and everything, where the barley's grown and where the wood's cut and all these things? Yes, you get answers for everyone. There is no one out there that is shooed away. Everyone's welcome in the whiskey community, I would find, and the Glasgow Whisky Festival does that so well. It's ran unbelievably well. It's just down to a T. It's an art, and I'm so glad I'm getting to go. Tickets go out so quickly, so I always get in early enough when I can. I think whisky festivals are great, yes, in moderation, because there is so much you can drink. You have to pace yourself. You are overwhelmed by 400 drams. You need to try and pick what you want. You want to not waste time, but you have to choose your time at a stall. If I went to Kilkerran, I would maybe be waiting for ages to try and get in there to get a dram, but I would want to know more about it. But I think it was a lot of free pouring because people just wanted to try, which is fine. So being able to just kind of see these new distilleries, new independent bottlers, asking them questions, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. Then getting to try some things from under the table that you won't really see. You know, there's a lot of 40-year-old whiskies there, things from 1972, 1973. Again, you just ask for it and they'll give you it. You know, you not get turned away from trying whiskey on the day. only if you've had too much. I paced myself, I drank a lot of water, and you meet the massive community of people from my channel. I got to meet so many people, I got to say hi to people, other channels, Whisky Novice Jim came over from Northern Ireland, got to see him, Ebhead, he gave me some whiskey too, it was great. Obviously Aquavite, he's around and everyone's just around him. It was great to see everyone, it really was. Afterwards we always go for a kind of ritual curry at Akbar's, which is not too far. It's a short taxi journey again. And then, as you can see, we finished off in the Bon Accord, and all the brands came back to the Bon Accord with some amazing bottles as well. So there was some free pouring going there. I made the last train and I was able to get home, and just on Sunday, I was able to sit and just kind of go back over what a day it had been. I love it. I never bought any bottles on the day. It was one of the things I didn't want to do. I wanted to really just try and go and enjoy the experience and not kind of persuade myself to buy something for the sake of it. But if I wanted to buy a bottle, they'd done this voucher code, which I think is really cool. £10 off at the Royal Mail Whiskies, if anything that's over £30. So I may use this over the weekend, because it does expire at the end of on Monday. So maybe try and use this over the weekend, but we'll wait and see. So let's wait until the 12th of November. A day you might think, why are you saying that? That's the next Glasgow Whisky Festival, and I'll be going for sure because I love it. It's got a good amount of time between this one to the next one. I can prepare myself for it and see who else is going. I really enjoyed it. This hat as well, I was able to get a freebie. I have no affiliation with them. It's a Scottish Whisky Auctions hat they gave me. They were giving out free at the end, so I was able to get myself a wee lanyard, and I think I ended up with 5 different glasses, but this is their own wee branded glasses as well, which are pretty cool. So I've got myself a few of them to keep me going. But that's my review. Whisky festivals are great. Whisky festivals, go for them. If you don't know your whisky, go to a whisky festival. If you know everything about whisky, go to a whisky festival. Meet people, everyone's there for the same thing. No one's there, there's never any, I would say, there's no fighting, there's nothing like that. Yes, there's a couple of people that get worse for wear. That's expected. There's 1,000 people there in each session, you know. On my session, I maybe seen 2. So for percentage wise of that, you know, that's good. I wasn't that percentage, which is great. But just an absolutely unbelievable day, and I wish I can do it all again. And I'm going to be able to do that on the 12th of November. But as always, I've been Kevin from Kevin Grant on Whisky. Enjoy me next week. Let's talk whisky. Slange.